Hello, my name is Christian Cepeda, and I'll be going over AGDA 875 user story, which should take care of the email and password fields. So the user story is: as a user, I would like to have a login form section so that I can input my credentials and it can send the credentials to a server and be authenticated. Some of the acceptance criteria were to have a text field so that they could input their email and password, and a submit button. This is currently how the login page looks like, and I'll be showing you now the code. So here on app.js, if we go down here, this is where we're displaying the login page. So it's currently the only route would be the root, or the root of the application, which is this one, which would be just localhost 3000. And we're rendering the login container. So the login container can be found under pages and under the login. So if we go here, this login container page, should only have this state of email and password. We created two functions, an onChange email and an onChange password. And this is taking care of updating the state as the user will type their password in or their email into the application. These two functions are being passed down to the view, and they're being called within the view. For example, in the email, they're being called here in onChange, the change email, and this is being updated as the user types in their email. It updates the state of the application, as well as the onChange for the changed password. When the user's typing, it would change the state in here in the login. Once they type in their email and their password, here we would get it and put these two informations in a data, and this is what we'll be passing to the backend API of localhost 4000 and the login. So here we send that through Axios to that URL, and the data would be the email and password. On the back end, it would take care of the user authentication. It would check the database. Once we check the database and the user's authenticated, then the response should bring back a token, a user ID, and a user role. So these three things are used and they're saved to the session storage. It's important to note that the session storage is based on tabs on the user Chrome. So these are the three things that we're saving to the state of the application or on Chrome. As you can see here, we're passing an email, a password, the two functions to change the email, to change the password, and the submit form. We're validating through prop types, and if we go here to the view, you can see here's where we're rendering the email input field, the password input field, and then this is the submit button. We're checking the props, that the email should be a string, the password should be a string. Change email, change password are two functions, the submit is a function. And yeah, so now I'll go ahead and show you this section. So currently under application, if we go to here to the session storage, there currently isn't anything, and I'll go ahead and type the password, and once I hit submit, it should authenticate, and here on the right hand side it should give us back those three things. So it logged us in, and it gave us a token, a user ID, and a user role. And these three things, or actually this user role, is used to determine what API routes the user can see.